All right, let's dive right in. We're talking about a world where the fundamental rules of cybersecurity are being completely rewritten. And the thing doing the rewriting? You guessed it, artificial intelligence. It's not just changing how we defend our digital lives, it's totally transforming how we're being attacked.
Now, just so you know, what we're covering today is really just the first step in a deep 15-part journey. We're laying the groundwork here, and we're using a technical guide from Virtualization Options LLC as our map to understand this wild, new AI-driven battlefield. So let's get started.
You know, this quote from our source material, it just says it all, doesn't it? This isn't just about some new tools or slightly bigger threats. It's a fundamental shift. The entire game has changed, and the strategies that worked for us yesterday, they're becoming obsolete fast.
So to really get a grip on this new reality, we've got to start by looking inside the attacker's toolkit. What exactly are these new AI weapons? What makes them so powerful? Let's break down the core tech. Okay, first up, machine learning models. You can think of these as the real workhorses of AI. They can chew through massive amounts of data and learn to spot patterns all by themselves. For an attacker, this means they can automate their attacks on a scale that was, frankly, unimaginable just a few years ago.
Now, if machine learning models are the workhorses, then neural networks, well, they're the brains of the whole operation. These are much more complex systems. They can process incredibly subtle, complex relationships in data. This is the tech that powers things like self-modifying malware and, yeah, those terrifyingly convincing deepfakes we keep hearing about. Next up is how AI has learned to talk. Natural Language Processing, or NLP, gives AI the power to understand and generate human language. And for attackers, this is an absolute game changer. It lets them create phishing emails and social engineering scams that are perfectly written, totally personalized, and almost impossible to tell apart from a real person. And this brings us to something that is, well, it's both fascinating and, frankly, pretty scary. It's called adversarial AI. This is basically the counterintelligence of the AI world. It's AI built specifically to trick, to deceive, and to manipulate the defensive AI that our security teams are using. It literally turns our best new defense into a potential weakness. Okay, so we've seen the tools in the toolkit, but why do these tools make AI-powered attacks so fundamentally different, so much more dangerous than what we've ever faced before? Well, it all comes down to 3 new rules of engagement. First, they're adaptive. An AI attack actually learns from its own failures. So imagine an AI sends a phishing email. It sees that not many people are clicking, so it automatically rewrites a better, more urgent subject line for the next batch, all in a fraction of a second. Second, they operate at machine speed. Attack timelines shrink from days down to minutes. No human can possibly keep up. And third, they hit a massive, personalized scale. An attacker can launch a campaign against thousands of people at once, and every single attack is uniquely tailored to its victim. And here's the crucial takeaway from all this. AI has created a deeply, deeply asymmetric battlefield. You know that classic defender's dilemma, where you have to be right 100% of the time, but the attacker only has to get lucky once? Well, AI has just amplified that to an insane degree. And you can really see the imbalance right here. Look at the attacker's side. They only need one win. Automation gives them huge scale. On the other side, the defenders, they have to protect everything. They're dealing with old systems, and there's a major skills gap in AI security. It's a really daunting picture. This massive imbalance, it leads us to the reality of the situation. We're not just fighting a single battle that can be won. Nope, we are now fully engaged in a never-ending conflict, the AI security arms race. The dynamic here is just this constant, escalating cycle. As soon as defenders roll out a new AI security tool, you can bet attackers are already building adversarial AI to fool it. Every single innovation on one side forces an immediate adaptation on the other. It's become this perpetual game of high-speed, algorithmic cat and mouse. And that leaves us with a really critical question to think about as we wrap up this first part. In an endless arms race that's all about algorithmic sophistication, where both sides are evolving at machine speed, what does it even mean to be secure anymore? We're going to explore that and a lot more in the next part of our series. Thanks for joining me.